Our union is going to launch a nationwide campaign. It's called End the Housing Crisis, Tax Super Profits. And as the name suggests, we're calling for the federal government to introduce a tax on super profits to fund the gap in social and affordable housing. What underpins this campaign is economic research that the union has commissioned through Oxford Economics Australia. And what that shows is that the current gap is 750,000 social and affordable homes. And over the coming 18 years till 2041, that gap is only going to grow to 950,000 homes. And that's when you factor in the proposed expenditure of the Housing Australia Future Fund and all of the state and territory housing initiatives that are currently known. So this is a massive problem. It is a national crisis in our opinion, and it requires the sort of bold proposals like the one we're going to be putting forward today.
So, Zach, you say that 99.7% of Australian businesses are never going to have to pay this super profits tax. So we're looking at the big ones. How many of them?
That's right. So the economic modelling that we've commissioned identifies about 0.3% of companies or 3,000 businesses that would be liable to pay this tax. And, you know, amongst those that would be liable to pay are the usual suspects, the big banks who, you know, last financial year recorded a $17.1 billion profit amongst the big four. The supermarkets who have only grown their profits and their profit margins over the past number of years during COVID, while the rest of us were doing it tough. And it's not just, I suppose, the mining companies who are traditionally thought of as being the super profit earners, but rather an economy-wide permanent tax.
Well, we've been down this road before, kind of, with the mining tax, and Kevin Rudd, of course, saw his first stint as Prime Minister unravel because of it during that commodity prices boom. It hasn't been popular. You know those businesses will fight it. They'll say, why should we work so hard to create a profit and employ more people and put money back into the economy to then have it taxed?
Well, I think there's a few things there that are worth responding to. Firstly, this is a tax on super profits. Those super profits aren't in the main being returned to ordinary Australians. If you're fortunate enough to be making a super profit, you still get to keep the majority of those super profits under this arrangement. We are only proposing to tax a portion of it. But I think the bigger question or the bigger issue is this. We are currently facing a national crisis. Like I said, 750,000 homes is the deficit that we currently have as a country. 150,000 people woke up this morning homeless. If you go to Sydney, to afford the average home, you need to be earning $250,000 per annum. In Melbourne, that figure is $180,000, but it's hardly that much better. I don't think we can keep telling people that this is acceptable. I don't think we can keep telling ordinary, hardworking Australians that, you know what, you have to bear all the brunt of interest rate increases, stagnant wages, but super profits are out of bounds, and we're not going to touch those obscene profits that the big banks, the big supermarkets, the big miners are making. Without the sort of actions that we're proposing, the great Australian dream of home ownership and financial independence may well and truly be dead.